Hey, so this is Kat Conrad. We are doing harvesting the kombucha today. I made a video previously of how to make kombucha in the jar, and that was 14 days ago. We said we would let it set for about 10 days, and it's been 14. But it's okay because it's been a little cooler, and we had it in a spot in the kitchen down low where it's a little cooler. So 14 days, and Thomas has already tasted it just a little bit, and he said it's good. So I think we're good to go. So what we've got is our kombucha here in a couple of bottles. I've got a pitcher. Anyway, all my little supplies, some ginger, sugar, fennel. You just need to get all your supplies, ready beforehand. You need a fennel to put it in the bottles. And I've got a pair of gloves. Just because you want to make sure that everything is really clean. I've washed my hands. Preferably antibacterial soap is better because you don't want to kill any of the good bacteria. So just the not antibacterial soap is best. Preferably. But I'm going to put on gloves just to be a little more clean today because I am going to be kind of touching it when I'm getting it out of there. So you don't have to. Normally I make kombucha in a big crock. A big glass crock, and I just take a big measuring cup and get the kombucha out and put it into the pitcher. So, but this is just a gallon jar that we're doing. So we've had this setting. If you, I'll put a link to the previous video, and you guys can see what we did 2 weeks ago. And but we've got this little skirt on, so we're going to take this off. And you can see that we've got a lot of stuff's been happening in here with our SCOBY. So anyway, we're going to take this out and do a second fermentation because we want it to be fizzy, and I want to put some other flavorings in here. Thomas wants to put some chia seeds and some other kinds of fruit in there. So we're going to get this out first. I'm going to put my gloves on. Be clean. Actually, I've got like a cut on my hand. I don't definitely want that in there either. So. Okay. So, and I hope I don't spill this. If I do, you're going to take over and pour.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is just kind of hold this back a little bit, and then just.
Oh, perfect. No problem at all.
And yeah, we still got a little bit left in there. When you harvest it, if this pitcher's not big enough, but yeah, sure. You have another pitcher? Yeah. But you just want to leave a couple of cups in the bottom of it, which is what we started with the last video. We started with the level about here, so I'm going to take a little bit more off of this, but so I've got this, and I put it in the pitcher so it would be easier to pour into this. So I've got my fennel in the bottle. So I could have just poured it back into the same pitcher. Ooh, stop. It gets stuff fizzing when you pour it in there. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing in the other bottle, but we'll just take this one. Yeah, we can do that later. But what I've got here is some ginger, and you can put any flavorings that you want in the second fermentation. You don't want to ever add anything to this jar with the SCOBY. You want that just to be plain, like I mentioned in the first video. But when you bottle it for the second fermentation, you can put any kind of fruit. We are going to add some more sugar to it to get it to continue to grow or to continue to culture a little bit more. But I've got just a little bit of ginger chopped up here. We're going to just pop that in the bottle. Can you see it?
Yep.
And then I've got some, it's called sucanat. It's a, I hope this will work because this is wet. Do you want another funnel? A dry one? I forgot another dry funnel. Thank you. So I usually just put a little more. You can use just regular organic cane sugar, or this is sucanat. It's you know, really unprocessed sugar. And I just put a couple of, you know, heaping soup spoon type measurements in there. And you can see it loves that. And that's it. And Thomas wants to put some chia seeds in his. There's a, like GT's makes a kombucha with chia seeds in it. But you can put pureed, you know, strawberries or raspberries or any kind of fruit in it that you want. And lime, I like to put lime in mine sometimes, or you can do lemon, just really raisins. Some people put goji berries or blueberries or anything. So just let your imagination go wild on that. Then you just, I like these bottles with the bales on them because that really keeps it tight. And what's going to happen is it's going to continue to culture a little bit with that sugar. The good bacteria in there will continue to consume that sugar, and it will get really, really fizzy, like pop. Or if you've had the kombucha that you buy in the store, it's going to be like that. And I just kind of like to tip it, just not shake it, but just to get that sugar that's kind of stuck there in the neck.
I have a question.
Out of the way. Yes.
Is it okay to drink some of the SCOBY if some of the bacteria gets in there? I mean,
yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, all of that's good. You can like consume that whole thing, and that's good.
So it's good to, you know, if I wanted to take a little piece and actually put it in the bottle.
I mean, you could. It's not going to hurt anything. It might culture too much because you don't want to. I mean, it might get too sour.
Okay.
If you did that, because it would be more concentrated, you know, amount of the bacteria in there. So I wouldn't do that. Although you sometimes get little pieces of the stuff that's on the bottom in here, and that's fine. So it's not going to hurt you. And in fact, some people even like eat this stuff. So, but I don't know. But then what we're left with is, see, we've got several SCOBYs now. We have the one that we started with, which was kind of raggedy. This was the one we had last time. This is what we started with, because this was like a piece that I tore off of mine. Mine's kind of beat up. But then this is the new one that it formed here.
Oh, wow.
And there's actually, I guess I had two of them. So there's a new little baby on the bottom that it formed. Isn't that cute?
Oh, yeah.
So, and it was actually on the top, because it goes like that. So, but we'll get the rest of this out, and I'll show you how much you want to be left with in the bottom. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah. So I would leave about that much in the bottom. So now what we're left with is 3 pieces, 3 SCOBYs, and you can share this with 2 friends. So if you have 2 other people that want to make kombucha, there you go. And they've got their starter, and you might want to give them a little bit. Yeah, see, we have a little bit more kombucha in the bottom than I like to use. So when you share this with your friends, give them a little bit of the kombucha to help it start. So, but watch the first video and you can see where we go from here. So I'll put a link to that below. So that's it. And you can add your, you want to what's called burp this, you know, every day or so, just to kind of release a little bit of the gas from that. So it doesn't get too much pressure, because I've had it go all over my ceiling, you know. Like open this if I leave it setting too long. Yeah, so be careful when you open this. You can put a towel over the top of it and undo the bail first, is what I like to do, just in case it's really, I've had it all over my kitchen before, so no fun. So,
and that's just once every 24 hours?
Yeah, once a day, just whenever. And you want to just let this set out for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, but taste it as it goes on, because it will continue. If you leave it out too long, it'll just get sour. but then put it in the fridge after that, after it's at the right, and you'll know when it's right. If you're familiar with kombucha, so, and how it's supposed to taste, but you'll get used to how it's supposed to smell, how it's supposed to taste. Anyway, that's it. So I may do another video and just to talk about more of the benefits of kombucha. We may do that later. So, and I'll put some information down below, but check out my website, conrad.com. Thanks. Tiny bubbles in the kombucha.
Tiny bubbles in the kombucha. That's all I know.
That's all I know too.
I don't know the lyrics to that song at all.